Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the announcement of Jurassic World Evolution 2's newest DLC, the Dominion DLC. Yes guys, we have a brand new DLC coming June 14th as it's confirmed by the trailer, which is absolutely awesome. And the official name is the Dominion BioSyn Expansion. Now, at this point in time, I'm not too sure if this is a paid DLC. I'll probably head on over to the Steam page and check that out. But for the first thing that we're going to do in this video is briefly break down the trailer and what we can see from the trailer. And the trailer opens up with a nighttime shot of what seems to be the Dolomites Mountain, and more specifically BioSyn Sanctuary, because on the left, we have a building right there that clearly shows the BioSyn building from the Jurassic World Dominion trailer. Not only that, but in the top left, you can see a helicopter come into frame, and that helicopter has a BioSyn logo on it, so that's a brand new skin for helicopters in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Now, the towers are slightly different than to the ones we've seen previously in Jurassic World Evolution 2. That's because these towers are exactly the same type of towers that we've been seeing in Dolomite Mountains for BioSyn's research facility, where they actually go to these towers, so we'll have a brand new type of watchtower added to Jurassic World Evolution 2 as well. The next scene shows off what seems to be brand new foliage and new types of trees as well, including another new look of the watchtower for Jurassic World Evolution 2, with a BioSyn vehicle going across the frame. After this, we get our first reveal of the Pyroraptor going across what seems to be some sort of invisible fence, because the Pyroraptors aren't walking across it and the car is stuck there, assuming there to be some sort of invisible gate. But yes, the Pyroraptor is confirmed for this DLC and it looks glorious. We have red, we have white, and we have a little bit of blue on there as well, with obviously the most notable feature being the feathers. And again, I do want to draw your interest to this because it seems like there is some sort of invisible fence being used here as well, which is awesome. The model of the Pyroraptor is very movie accurate, which is brilliant. I'm really chuffed that they've gone all this way for that. And when we can see the Pyroraptor roaring, we not only see the new species, we see the new foliage and trees in the background, and we see the new watchtower, which seems to be in a lot more detail than what I originally thought. After this, we get a tease of the first herbivore dinosaur part of this pack, and that is the Therizinosaurus. Whilst it's not a full body tease, we do obviously see the most notable thing being the claws, with again some brand new foliage in the background as well. After this, we get a shot of Dreadnoughtus walking through the BioSyn Sanctuary. A brand new model for the Dreadnoughtus is coming, and I assume this will be the 2022 variant. However, just a little bit further and we get to see the head reveal of the Therizinosaurus looking up to the Dreadnoughtus, and again, looks incredibly movie accurate. After this, we get a tease of the Giganotosaurus, which will be getting a brand new model. But not only that, if you look very closely, Dimetrodons are added to this game via this DLC as well. As we know, Dimetrodon is confirmed to appear in Jurassic World Dominion, and here it is in Jurassic World Evolution 2 via the Dominion DLC. We can also see the Pyroraptors in the background as well as the Dreadnoughtus, before the trailer then cuts to the logo of the Jurassic World Evolution 2 BioSyn Expansion Pack, and then our first shot of the Giganotosaurus remodel. And is it glorious? Yes it is. When I first saw this Giganotosaurus way back, probably about this time last year, I didn't really think too much about it and I wasn't really too excited for it. I thought it was too Godzilla-like and I wasn't a big fan of the overall design. But now I must confirm that it has grown on me and it's probably one of my favourite designs across the Jurassic universe. And that was the trailer broken down, with it coming on June 14th. And available on Steam, both PlayStations, both Xboxes, Epic, with collaboration with Windows, GeForce and RTX as well. Now I can only assume that some more details will be over to the Steam page, so we'll go check out the Steam page and see if there's anything new. Right, so we go over to the Steam store and there's actually a lot of new information here with some brand new images and confirmation of a few new species as well, which is awesome. So we'll get stuck in with some new images of these brand new species, and firstly we have one for the Pyroraptor where we see a close-up shot of the Pyroraptor very similar to what we saw in the Jurassic World Dominion DLC trailer for Jurassic World Evolution 2. But they are distant cousins to the Velociraptor and Deinonychus, and to be honest, it's going to be quite interesting because they're around the same size, they're the same family base, so having 3 of these creatures in one park would be very interesting to deal with. Now we have a better look and our first full body reveal of the Therizinosaurus, and it just looks awesome. Like there's not much more to say, it just looks incredible. And as we suspected from the trailer, the Therizinosaurus will be territorial, and it's very territorial in Jurassic World Evolution 2 as well, as they confirm that it's basically a territorial dinosaur and it won't hesitate to defend its territory. I'm going to be very intrigued to see how they're going to deal with the Therizinosaurus being able to swipe its claws to attack other dinosaurs. I can't wait to see that. Next up is our first close-up look of the Dimetrodon, which is the oldest prehistoric species ever being added to Jurassic World Evolution 2, our first ever synapsid. And now, if you guys didn't know, Dimetrodon is not a dinosaur, which is why it's so cool. It's a terrestrial non-dinosaur. How awesome is that? But yes, Dimetrodon is being added. Now, one that many people were thinking about, but weren't too sure if they'd ever include it just because of the sheer kaiju size of it from the trailer, it's Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatlus has been added to Jurassic World Evolution 2 via this new Dominion DLC, and it looks like it will be flying within the aviaries. But how big are those aviaries going to have to be? Unfortunately, I can't really put a perspective on the size of this Quetz because, as we know from the Dominion trailer, it is huge. Bigger than its normal real-life counterpart, the Quetz is massive. But it just looks incredible if you were to ask me, and it says here that they will require several aviary domes in order to satisfy its territory and environmental needs. Its sheer size and long sharp beak makes it a dominating force within the air, and yes, it is. It is so much bigger than the Pteranodon, so much bigger than the biggest flying reptile we have, Tropionaphus. So I'm very excited to see the Quetzalcoatlus in Jurassic World Evolution 2. Now, along with that comes some brand new dinosaur variants and skins, and some that I weren't even expecting, to be honest. There will be 6 new dinosaur skins and 2 brand new variants based off iconic dinosaurs from Jurassic World Dominion. The first one, the obvious one, Giganotosaurus. It's definitely got a glow up, let's say, from the Jurassic World Evolution model to what we have now via this Dominion DLC. It's incredible, and to be honest, I might just use this variant as the male variant and then the original Evolution model as the female variant instead, and have that coexisting in my park. That would be brilliant. But they say here, we're rolling out 2 new skins for the Tyrannosaurus Rex, a scarred 2022 version as well as a feathered version, which we now know is taken directly from the Dominion prologue, so that feathered Rex is coming all the way over to Jurassic World Evolution 2 as well. There'll be a Giganotosaurus variant, as we now know as well, and there's going to be a 2022 skin for the Dilophosaurus. So yes, that kind of confirms that the Dilophosaurus in Jurassic World Dominion is a different species breed to the one we see in Camp Cretaceous and also Jurassic Park. And there'll be 3 Filmer-based skins for the Parasaurolophus, which we have also seen in the trailer. And not to mention the Dreadnoughtus 2022 variant, which is big. It's a big boy. It's one of the biggest dinosaurs in the game, if not the biggest dinosaur in the game now. And I like how Dreadnoughtus has now slowly become a fan favourite. Looking at one of the new models for the Tyrannosaurus Rex, we have Rexy here. Not too much has changed, she looks a little bit older, but there are a few scars around her body, so I can only assume she'll get into some fights between the time of 2018 and 2022 before we get to see Jurassic World Dominion. Now, there is a new campaign here. Jump into a completely new and immersive campaign and discover the rise of the BioSyn Valley. You'll be taking control of BioSyn's Valley research compound, soon to be in Jurassic World Dominion, constructing it through multiple stages as you play. You'll also be working alongside familiar icons from the franchise such as Claire Dearin, Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, and Lewis Dodson, who will be voiced by Campbell Scott. We also know a main character from Jurassic World Dominion, Ramsey Cole, does work for BioSyn as well, so it'll be interesting to see if he'll be part of this DLC. No confirmation of it at this point in time, however. Much like InGen, BioSyn also extracts dinosaur DNA from amber. You'll be sending scientists deep into the earth beneath the valley to extract amber encased DNA and build up your dinosaur genomes. And this will be a brand new gameplay feature added via this DLC. I assume it might be very similar to sending them off to expeditions, but instead you send them to amber mines and maybe even have some certain levels for them. And then that way, that's how you get the new DNA. There will also be a brand new feature called the Hyperloop Transportation Network, which will move people back and forth between different buildings. So I guess this is a new way of some sort of arrival center. Instead of just having them arrive via helicopter, maybe they arrive to the BioSyn facility, and underneath the ground from the BioSyn facility they transport across the park that way. Because I can only assume we are building some sort of sanctuary here within the levels. Now, you would think it stops there. It doesn't. New Chaos Theory level. In addition to the new campaign, the Jurassic World Evolution 2 Dominion BioSyn Expansion also adds a brand new Chaos Theory level to the game, where you work to protect the dinosaurs at a snowy Sierra Nevada range, in a level inspired by the events of Jurassic World Dominion. The new dinosaur wrangling mechanic can be used to corral herds of dinosaurs quickly, without the need of tranquilization. As your ranch grows larger, dinosaur rustlers will break in to steal the dinosaurs you're trying to take care of. You'll have to build out your security measures to detect the intruders and perimeter breaches and intercept their vehicles before they can get away with your dinosaurs. This is going to be very, very intriguing if you were to ask me. I'm not too sure how that mechanic is going to work, but I mean, it's a brand new mechanic and it sounds incredible. I'm very excited for that. Now, along with this DLC, there will be a brand new update called Update 3, and this update basically includes several new features and mechanics similar to what we just learnt about for the Chaos Theory mode. There'll be multiple new Chaos Theory maps in Challenge mode, so I can only assume the Jurassic Park, the San Diego ones, all making their way over to Challenge mode. And then we have a little bit more information regarding Dinosaur Wrangling. So, Dinosaur Wrangling is a core part of the new Chaos Theory level, but it will also be available to use in other modes as well. This is a way for you to move your dinosaurs around without needing to tranquilize them and call in a transport helicopter. So if you guys played Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, you were able to go onto the helicopter, and I think it was like some sort of musk tool, and you were able to push the dinosaurs into a certain direction. I assume something like that is going to be introduced via this dinosaur wrangling method. And as they say here, wrangling dinosaurs is done in a ranger vehicle and will let you move your herds of dinosaurs from point A to point B, which is actually quite intriguing. I'm very excited to see how that works. There'll be a few changes to the park tour, so you're welcome to go read up about this on the Steam webpage. I'll be able to leave a link down in the description below. But at this point in time, it doesn't seem too much is being changed. But it says here that you're actually able to move multiple dinosaurs at once using the transport helicopters within Update 3, which is actually really good. I'm very excited and happy to be using that. It will move my park along much quicker. And there are some quality of life changes here. The most notable one is saying that apparently we will now have all of the operation buildings available in sandbox mode. And for all of the platforms, we can have as many as we want, and we can build multiple of them, including arrival points, ladies and gentlemen. So you just don't have one place of arrival within your park. You can have 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you'd like, which is actually a very good quality of life change. And finally, you can turn off status checks and dinosaur injuries within sandbox mode as well. But yes, it seems like all of this is pretty much coming out on the 14th of June. Now, I believe the payment, or how much it's going to cost you, is around $20 US, 20 euros, and around £16 here in the United Kingdom. So it is a fairly costly DLC. I do hope we get a few new free stuff added, instead of what we only get through the Update 3, because, you know, this is very pricey, and I feel like it's better to include a lot more people into it because it's a movie DLC, it's fantastic. And I believe the only thing I haven't showed you guys yet is this new image where we can see the BioSyn Valley, BioSyn buildings, we can see Dreadnoughtus, Parasaurolophus, and yeah. So this DLC is going to be a big, hefty one, as you guys can tell by the length of this video. So I'm not going to dilly-dally, we're going to look into this a little bit more. Just to reconfirm everything, the new dinosaurs added are Therizinosaurus, Dimetrodon, Quetzalcoatlus, a Dreadnoughtus variant, a Giganotosaurus variant, and a Pyroraptor, with new cosmetic skins for the Dilophosaurus, Parasaurolophus ×3. There'll be a feathered T-Rex and a scarred T-Rex as well. Noticeably, there's no Iguanodon, no Oviraptor, no Lystrosaurus, no Microceratus, no Morus intrepidus. You know, these are some dinosaur species that are going to be brand new in Jurassic World Dominion that have unfortunately been left out from this DLC. so potentially they could be added via a brand new free DLC that we don't currently know of yet, as I can only assume they would add something free from this movie DLC. But yeah, I mean, all of those dinosaurs, and even a Troceraptor, a big thing in the movie, they aren't added via this DLC, so I can only wonder and question, where are these dinosaurs? But until we get the answer for that, that's going to be speculation for this time being. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really do hope you enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to press that like button and subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to check out the Dominion BioSyn Expansion DLC coming to your games on June 14th, but most importantly, make sure you're staying safe out there, and I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you, did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month, on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.